Imagine waking up one morning and your entire town is gone. Not the buildings, not the streets, but the people. The doors left open, the cars still in the driveways, the clock still ticking. This happened more than once, right here in America. Number 7. Bodie, California. In the late 1800s, Bodie was booming. Gold had been discovered in the hills of Eastern California, and thousands of people came rushing in. At its peak, Bodie had around 10,000 residents, saloons, banks, a red light district, a full, wild, living town. But when the gold started running out, so did the people. By the 1940s, Bodie was almost empty. Today, it is a California State Historic Park, preserved exactly as it was left. The state calls it arrested decay, not restored, not rebuilt, just stopped in time. Number 6. Cahaba, Alabama. Cahaba was once the capital of Alabama. In the 1820s, it was one of the most important cities in Alabama at the time, home to politicians, merchants, and families building a future. But Cahaba had a problem it could never solve. It flooded, frequently. Built at the junction of two rivers, the town went underwater again and again. The state capital was moved to Tuscaloosa in 1826, and Cahaba slowly declined. The Civil War brought more hardship, then a series of floods, including a major one in 1865, and what was left of the town was eventually abandoned. Today, the ruins sit quietly at the river's edge, all that remains of Alabama's first capital. Number 5. Pitcher, Oklahoma. Pitcher was a lead and zinc mining town in northeastern Oklahoma. For decades, it was vital. The minerals mined here helped fuel American industry, including ammunition during World War I and World War II. But the cost of that mining was hidden underground. Decades of lead and zinc mining had poisoned the soil, the water, the children. Studies found that nearly a third of local children had elevated blood lead levels. The federal government designated Pitcher a Superfund site, one of the most contaminated places in the country. By 2009, most of the town had been abandoned. The last residents were bought out and relocated. The zip code was eventually retired. Pitcher is gone now, but the contamination it left behind still remains. Number 4. Thurmond, West Virginia. In the early 1900s, Thurmond was one of the busiest railroad towns in West Virginia. Coal was king, and Thurmond was right at the center of it. Millions of tons of coal passed through every year. Hotels, banks, a bustling main street. Then coal declined. The railroads shifted. The jobs disappeared. By 2010, the official population of Thurmond was 5 people. Today, it is managed by the National Park Service. The old buildings still stand. The depot still exists, but almost no one lives there. A whole town, reduced to 5 people, and a memory. Number 3. Cahokia, Illinois. Before Columbus ever set foot in the Americas, there was a city here. Cahokia, near modern-day St. Louis, was home to as many as 20,000 people at its peak, around the year 1100. That made it possibly larger than London at the time. It was a sophisticated civilization, with massive earthen mounds, a complex society, and trade networks stretching across the continent. And then, it was abandoned. By 1350, Cahokia was empty. The exact reason is still debated among historians. Climate change, drought, political collapse, overpopulation, all have been suggested. No one knows exactly why they left, or where most of them went. Today, Cahokia Mounds is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the largest pre-Columbian settlement north of Mexico, and one of the greatest mysteries in American history. Number 2. Times Beach, Missouri. Times Beach was a small riverside community, quiet streets, around 2,000 residents, a normal American town. In the early 1970s, a contractor was hired to spray oil on the town's dirt roads to keep the dust down. What no one knew at the time was that the oil was contaminated with dioxin, one of the most toxic substances known to science. For years, people lived there. Children played on those roads, and nobody knew. By the early 1980s, the contamination had been confirmed. The EPA sent a chilling message to residents: do not return to Times Beach. The federal government bought out every property, every home, every business. The entire town was purchased and demolished. Times Beach, Missouri no longer exists. Its zip code was retired in 1985. A Route 66 state park now sits where the town used to be. People drove past it every day for years and had no idea what had happened there. Number 1. Centralia, Pennsylvania. In 1962, a fire started in an abandoned coal mine beneath the town. Reports suggest it may have been ignited when a trash fire spread to an exposed coal seam. The exact cause is still debated. Attempts were made to stop it. None worked. For years, the fire burned underground, invisible, quiet, but always there. Then, in 1981, a 12-year-old boy was nearly swallowed by a sinkhole that opened in his backyard. Carbon monoxide levels in some homes reached dangerous levels. The ground itself began to steam. Congress allocated funds to relocate the residents. Most left throughout the 1980s. By 1992, Pennsylvania condemned all the properties. A handful of residents refused to go. They fought in court, and some remained until their deaths. For decades, only a handful of residents remained. Today, almost no one is left. The roads are cracked and broken. The streets are mostly empty. Smoke still rises from the earth in places. And the fire beneath Centralia is still burning. Geologists estimate it could burn for another 250 years, long after everyone who ever lived there is gone. 7 places, 7 different reasons: gold, floods, poison, fire, contamination. But all of them share one thing. People built something real there. They raised families. They had hopes. They believed it would last. And then something happened, something they never planned for, and the only option was to leave. What strikes you most is not the empty buildings, or the cracked roads, or the silence. It is the ordinary things left behind: a chair, a photograph, a street sign, with no one left to read it. These places are still out there, waiting, quiet. And if you ever drive past one, take a moment, because someone once called it home.